There are thousands of empanada recipes out there, but today I will teach you my secret on how to make the easiest but the crunchiest empanada dough ever. Alright, today we will cook our crunchy beef empanadas. It's gonna be extra cheesy, beefy filling, scrumptious, and crunchylicious. Let's go! To begin with, let's start by preparing our dough. Right here we have 210 grams of all-purpose flour or flour type 00. We're gonna need to add our 2 tablespoons of salt. Then we have 2 tablespoons of turmeric. It will give a very nice color to our dough. Then let's add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. With the vinegar, it will help to ferment our dough. So guys, always remember, it's always better to prepare the dough the day before we will want to cook our empanadas. It has time to rest and to ferment a little bit, and in that case, it will be more crunchy and it's more delicious when it comes to taste. But the good thing is that if we don't have much time, we're rushing, we can also prepare our dough right like 30 minutes before cooking our empanadas. Next, we're gonna need to put our 50 grams of vegetable oil. Now, we're gonna put our water slowly, alright? Let's put the half of our water. While we're mixing our dough with a wooden spoon, let's add the rest of our water. You can also use your hands if you want to, or use a mixer so that you can work even quicker. So when we incorporated all the ingredients, we can now transfer our dough on our table. Let's just sprinkle a little bit of flour. Then we will just try to work on our dough until it becomes smooth. The trick is when it's too dry, we can add just a little bit of water until we got the right texture of the dough. When it's too wet, you can add slowly some flour to balance the texture of the dough. When it's all smooth, now we're gonna rest our dough. Depends on you if you want to rest it for at least 24 hours. But you don't have to do that. It can also rest only for 5 minutes. It's fine. Then let's proceed to our filling. You need to make sure that the filling is not too wet. Otherwise, our empanadas will be soggy and it's not gonna be crunchy as how we want it. Alright, now for our filling, let's prepare a pan. Then we will saute some garlic and onions. We want to brown our garlic and onions and let it sweat. We want to intensify the taste of our garlic and onions. Then next, we can now add our beef. You can also choose if you want to use half ground pork and ground beef to add some more fat in it, or you can also use 100% beef. I prefer to use 100% beef because I wanted our empanadas to be more beefy. Next, let's put some oregano, or you add dried oregano. Then, I will add our soy sauce. I will add some tomato paste. And let's season it with salt and pepper. I will just add a little bit of water to soften our beef and reduce it down. One good thing is also you can do bulk numbers of empanadas and freeze it. So every time you want or you crave for it, you can just take the number of empanadas you need from the freezer and fry it right away. Alright, we can now assemble our empanadas. We have our beef filling and our dough. Alright, so let's prepare our dough. I will just sprinkle some flour on our table. Then let's put our dough. You can see a very nice color to our dough because of the turmeric. What we're going to do is we just want to make a hole in the middle, like you're making a big donut. Then I will just cut it from here. And right now we have a long dough. We'll cut it into small balls like this. Alright, so we can make a lot of empanadas with 210 grams of flour. We can now assemble our empanada. Let's take our dough. Let's flatten it with our wooden stick. Now we're gonna flatten it for at least 2 to 3 millimeter thick, and that's it. Not too thin, but also not very thick. Because if it's too thin, there's tendency that we'll have a hole in our dough. Let's add some of our filling. Now this is optional, but here I've got some cheddar cheese. You can also put some different kind of cheese if you want it to be cheesy. Let's put it on top. And let's close our empanada. Let's make sure that we pinch it and we close it really nice. You can use a fork, or you can also do the classic style of closing the empanada. But for beginners, I suggest to use fork. You can either fry it or bake it. Depends on how you want to cook it. But personally, I love to fry them to achieve a very nice texture to our empanadas. It's more crunchy. It's even tastier with the oil. It's not healthy though, but you know, everything that is fried, it's good. And of course, we want to make sure that we cool down our filling before we want to assemble it, because if not, our dough will split because it's hot, you know, the filling is hot, and it will melt our dough. It will become very sticky. It's a big no. When we want to fry our empanadas, we want to fry it on a medium heat. We want to regulate our temperature because we don't want to burn our empanada. So we want it to be nice and crunchy. So we want to moderately regulate our temperature. And that's our empanadas for today. You can now serve it with your favorite salsas or sauces. Enjoy guys! Now I will leave you with a very nice B-roll of our empanadas. Hit it, Alred!
Sarap.
Hey, if you're new to our channel, my name is Chef Morris Danzen from chefmorrisdanzen.com. And if you liked our video for today, please do not forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you got some updates every week for our new recipe videos. Please do not forget to like and share it. Write down your comments, suggestions, or any questions. I'd love to hear it from you. I will see you guys in our next recipe video. Happy cooking, everyone. Ciao!